My name is Kyle Graziano. This is a little low, but I'm a mechanical engineering major. I'm a junior.
Hi, my name is Bryn Kirsch. I'm a junior and I'm a mechanical and sustainable design engineer.
And I'm Sarah Faye, and I'm a mechanical engineer major with an architecture minor.
Okay, so for our project, we mainly wanted to focus on mind, body, and spirit. And a main thing that we wanted to solve was expanding our campus because, as we know, we're growing at a rapid rate. So when we were finding site selection, we wanted to do it right in front of the soccer field. As you can see at the very top, that's the game field, and it's going to be like the main entrance is going to be right in front of that. So, like for the kids that live in the quads, I know that they feel that that's like really far away from the rest of the campus, and they kind of feel like it's like all alone over there. So if we build a big wellness center over there, then it's going to tie it all together and expand our campus that way.
Everything shown above is our final design. Depending on funding and willingness to construct a larger design, we added optional wings, seen as the basketball court's wings and the cave wing. These don't have to be implemented right away, but it's up to the client, like I said, depending on funding and willingness to construct. But this is our final, everything ties in design. As you can see, we've got 3 lobbies for easy access, 2 side lobbies and a front lobby. There's public restrooms right next to each lobby. The main field house houses the 200-meter track. This doesn't include basketball fields in the middle because we wanted to make sure that there would be able to have meets in there. Track is a very decorated, successful program, and we wanted to give them what they deserve. A subsection of the field house is the locker room and training room down at the bottom. This is a 1-story kind of build off of the field house. As you can see, locker rooms, you just go down to the laundry room first, go to your locker room. It's very easy to get your loops and go to and from the locker rooms. The trainer room is in between both of those, also for ease of access. The 2 locker rooms in here are visitor locker rooms, and there's 8 total, so 6 home, 2 visitor. As you can see, right above the side lobby there, we have a turf room, which I believe is 60 by 150 feet, so plenty of space there. We have equipment on that same floor, and the only second floor that we implemented in our design is above the turf room and above the equipment room, which is above the other lobby on the other side. Everything else is 1 floor just for ease of construction and just for a better feel. As you can see, there's additional equipment on the right side, a multi-purpose room, some offices for coaches, and as you can see, if we were to implement the cave room, that's a very large space. It's flexible for any kind of activities, EFIT, the concerts that we've been having, anything like that. And on the left side, the basketball courts include 3 basketball courts, much like we have in Thompson right now, with extendable stands as well.
In the basketball court wing, there is room for 3 courts, which you can add on to our gym. So whenever it comes to like the spring, whenever baseball and softball get thrown into the gym, that allows for a lot more space that everybody can practice at once rather than working around each other's schedules.
Alright, so we have some of the LEED support certifications that we tried to hit, and we know this is a huge building, and we made sure that in our design for our roof, we left a strip across the top that we could implement solar panels. And with it being that large, we didn't calculate how much of the energy it would produce or anything, but we consider it to be a decent amount, so it'll definitely offset the amount of energy used. We also wanted to implement the gray water system using the rainwater and putting it into the toilets and using that. And for water consumption, we wanted to lower it using timed showers for the locker rooms and low flush toilets.
Some design elements of our design, mainly passive heating, passive cooling, and ventilation, are seen in these on the right side. We implemented south-facing windows to allow sunlight to come through. On the side lobbies, which is the second picture down on the right side, we had an overhang so that when the sun's high in summer, there's no sunlight entered into the lobby, but when it's low in the winter, there's plenty of sunlight. Additionally, that first picture up there, we put trees in front of our very large windows in the field house, meaning during the summer, there's going to be leaves on them, no sun. In the winter, there's going to be more sun. As Sarah previously mentioned, The roof has a strip on top of it that kind of runs flat. It's a little tough to see, but there's operable windows on that roof that can be opened or closed to dictate temperature in the field house, ventilation, and really just control that via those windows. And the lobbies that allow heat in them, there's concrete walls, concrete floors to absorb that heat, and they absorb that heat and run it into the field house, kind of allowing passive heating and passive cooling everywhere in our design.
Going off what Cal said, we realized that sustainability can be very expensive, so we try to work off of that, and a lot of our sustainable elements come strictly from the design rather than implementing things like the geothermal system, which we realize is very expensive. But so basically what it is there's going to be pipes around 50 feet into the ground, and under the frost line it's always 50 degrees, so you either heat up from 50 degrees or you can cool down from that. Rather than the outside temperatures when it gets down to like 10 degrees or as high as 100 degrees. So that is very expensive, but it will pay itself off in around 7 years.
Additionally, very big field house, a lot of lighting. We wanted to cut down on that, so a big feature of ours is our implementation of Cowball roof, and it's a real name, it's not just based off of my name. It's semi-permeable to light, which means it's between a window and a wall, allows sunlight in, but not so that it's glaring. We implemented that where you can see the silver, so that's on top of the field house and on top of the side lobbies. And during the day, there's no need for lights whatsoever, depending on, regardless of how cloudy or sunny it is. Cowball's been a part of a lot of LEED certified projects. They know what they're doing, and it really cuts back on lighting. We only need lighting when it's nighttime.
Another thing that is really good for an E-Town building is we wanted to make this feel like the Thompson Loop in our other gym. So like it has like the same type of area, like you can walk all the way around it, and there's everything on the outside. So that is bringing like a bit of an E-Town feel into this new wellness center.
This is our practice field relocation. Obviously, we knew that we'd be taking up space by the softball varsity field and the quad soccer practice field. So we had to accommodate all those sports that we were displacing, basically. As you can see, we measured and saw that softball fits into that space between the turf and the soccer varsity field, along with another soccer practice field with that. So that's all accompanied for. And our extra wing ends right before where we can put this quad soccer practice field directly next to our wellness center. So all of those spaces are accommodated for, and we don't have to move any additional space to accommodate them.
Here we have our LEED certification check sheet, and we were rather generous with ourselves, and we ended up scoring in the platinum range, which is really high, but we were trying to go for as high as we could, and we were implementing all of the construction areas, like the filtering of the air while you're painting everything, and all the evacuation of people in there as high as we could, because we figured that's probably something that E-Town would definitely try to do. So, just based on that, we tried to just give ourselves only the green that we knew we were trying to implement, but realistically, probably would be a gold certification, not a platinum, but
This is our optimal allowance.
definitely.
Okay, so in addition to this first floor plan, we also discussed a second floor that can be added on. If you've ever been to Spooky Nook, it would have like a little bit of that feel, how it has like the second floor, but you can look down on everything. So it would be around the track field and around the basketball court, so you could actually go up there and look down and see the games that are going on. And then upstairs, above the cave and weight room, would be like the more mind, body, and spirit rooms. That's where we would move the student wellness stuff, where there would be like therapy rooms and stuff like that. And there'd also be an extra room that could allow for like yoga or like the ab workout rooms that we have now in the cave.
Everybody else was doing the healthy bar thing. We also did incorporate that in our 2 side lobbies, and it doesn't show up in there right now, but they were just small ones. We were more thinking along the lines of like a marketplace, not using meal swipes, using like J-Bucks and doing that, and just because it is much healthier to eat like 30 minutes right after a workout. So we figured that with having this there, it would definitely be a better and healthier choice for people coming to use the facility.
We are open to questions at this time. Yes.
There's two rooms on the left and right. Are those glass walls on your bottom picture?
On the front, yeah, we wanted to implement some curtain walls, glass walls to let heat in, much like what we said for the side lobbies to allow passive heating. And all glass is a little extreme. We wanted to just show that in the Revit. We wouldn't probably implement that in the final design, but we wanted to show that
Is that where the locker rooms are? Is that what I'm seeing where the locker rooms are from your floor plan?
What do you?
Like two locker rooms on the sides.
This is from the front. This is the front lobby. That's the front lobby. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty awesome locker rooms, but can't really change it. Yes.
I know beside the baseball field in the back section of the woods there's actually a pond. Did you
Yes.
guys factor that in?
We looked back there. The pond is completely dried up. I've been there a couple times, and most of the trees back there are decaying, dead trees. It's kind of just a waste of space at this point. It's not doing that much. That's one of our downfalls of our design, is that we would have to flatten that land and take away the trees. But really, right now, those trees aren't serving a purpose. And it's a small section that we can.
E-Town owns a lot of land that we're not taking up, so we wanted to mainly focus on like expanding and not so much cramming everything into the same section.
Do you think you'll run into problems with the neighboring houses if you take down those trees in between there?
No, because there's still a good line of trees there, and the houses, as you can see, a little bit of the baseball field there. The houses are well past that baseball field, so I think we're far enough away from that to not really affect that. Yeah, we wouldn't be taking down the whole forest, but just the site.